Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, bringing you the next part in this God of War 3 Chaos Mode video walkthrough. And I just want to say right now and correct something I said in my last video. I mentioned that Hephaestus was the Forge Master of the Middle World when he's really the Forge Master of the Underworld, because he's been sent here as a punishment as well. And I just had a little blank memory for a few seconds and fucked that one up. But back to the gameplay. Right now is a challenging fight. Once you burn those brambles, you're going to be fighting two of these Cerberuses. So the first thing I say is enter Rage of the Sparta mode and just unload on these guys. As soon as you see the circle, press circle to rip their head off. And you're going to have to do this 3 times on each of the dogs. So this is a pretty challenging fight if you're not good at fighting these dudes. But all the swipe attacks they do can be blocked, except for the one that's got fire in it. That will instantly kill you, so watch out for that. And every time they fire breath at you, if you block at the right time, you will fire it back. And this is all about focusing on one and just being aware of where you are. Be quick to block, try and stun them as much as you can. Remember, you've got magic, use all your magic because you're going to get it refilled in the next area. And just keep wailing away at them and just being as strategic as you can, because you can block pretty much everything they do, and when you press circle on them you're immortal while you do the animation, so use that to your advantage. And as I can see, that they've both got 2 heads now, but the one on the left has got the lowest life, so I'm just trying to do as much splash damage to both of them as I can and blocking everything they do, dropping some more magic on them when they're up, pressuring me a little bit too much, and just blocking every attack they do, firing it back, which does do some decent damage, and it's pretty simple to do. And there you go, I can tear another head off of that guy. So as soon as you see that symbol, rush to it, because if you don't do it they will recover and you'll have to beat them up again. So he's only got 1 head, which means he's pretty close to dying, and his mate's probably going to be losing his head pretty soon. So just take your time, don't panic, be as calm as you can, and just go surgical on their asses and just kick them in the dicks. So there you go, block his move, just keep attacking, keep up the pressure, and use your magic if you need it. You can even use your bow, but I don't use the bow too much at the start of the game because I just don't really use it. And there we go, 1 dog down. Oh no, sorry, this guy's got 2 fucking heads, hasn't he? So yeah, if that had been the other guy, you'd have only had 1 dog. I definitely advise you to focus on 1 dog at a time, because when they're on their own, they're absolute pussies. Unless they're firing puppies at you that explode, but that's something you'll only understand if you've beaten the game. And my god, what a fucking fight that is. So just patience is key here, because as soon as you try and rush this fight, you're going to make mistakes and they're going to hurt you so much you're going to wish that you'd not. Because these things can easily kill you in 2 hits. I wish I was kidding. But there we go, that one's dead now. And that means that his friend should be pretty easy once this one's down. And he drops a, if you execute him like that and finish him off, he will drop the green orbs for you. And just keep parrying him, keep slapping him, block his attacks. Just do your thing and just watch out for the fire. Firing it back at him. And it's a pretty simple fight when everything works in your favour, but this fight can be challenging, so if you die on it a couple of times, don't feel bad. It's one of those fights that can go good and it can go very bad. I just happened to get a pretty decent recording of it. And once that's done, you can proceed to the opening and enter the Palace of Hades. I don't know why they've got this tapping bullshit to open doors. It seems so pointless, but you know, I'm not on that design team, so I'm not bitching. If I was a games tester though, I would totally tell people what is wrong with their fucking game. Especially if it's a sequel, because you already have the fond memories of the old game. So you can be like, this sucks dick, this was so much better in the last one. You've introduced this, why have you introduced this? It is fucking awful, use your eyes kind of thing. And in here's a couple of dogs and a couple of the undead legionnaires, and I'm not too sure if those dogs evolve into the big dogs, because Gears of War 2, motherfucker, I've done it again, goddamn gal. God of War 2, they evolved into giant Cerberuses if you didn't kill them quickly, and it taught you to focus on the dogs, because a tiny puppy can grow up into a big fucking problem. But on this game I've never seen it happen, so I don't know if they do. I think they're just a nuisance for the sake of being a nuisance, but it's always funny when he rips the jaw like that and breaks the neck. And as you can see, you've got a multiple choice chest waiting for you after this fight, so there's no reason to struggle once you get inside this palace. Depending on what life you had though from the last fight, this could be quite challenging. But each of the enemies can be grabbed, so you can spam the grab, but the problem with the game is the auto lock is so fucking bad. It just, oh god, it makes me so mad. When you try and grab a dog and he grabs thin air and the dog attacks you, it's just like, that is not your fault. You pressed circle, you were facing the fucking dog, it's just Kratos decided to go queso on you and make a bad judgment decision. And you paid the price for it, which sucks fat donkey dick, and I'm not a fan. But open these doors, proceed into the palace, and we're going to be introduced, there we go, Palace of Hades. And in here is Persephone, Hades' long-suffering wife. So, once you're inside here, there's a little puzzle to be done, which involves using the casket to shatter Hades' chest. But before we get to that, we need to move his arms and lock his arms. So come in here, smash the pots, and use the chest to recuperate any life you've lost. And then you have to push the block all the way over to the spinnable wheel, rotate the wheel, and then slide the block underneath the wheel so that it doesn't re-spin back. Nothing too complex, dead simple. That's when Kratos actually kicks it. Go on, dude, get this shit done. And then once you start pushing that, it spawns the always fun bullshit bat enemy. So just spam the grab, chuck them into the ground, and just keep holding the left L1 and circle, and you'll slay these dudes like a beast. Just slap the lips with your dick and say goodnight. And just repeat, repeat, repeat. Tear wings off, throw them into the floor, do whatever you can. They're a cheap enemy, be cheap back. So this is the wheel that you have to rotate. And once you've spun it, you just have to slide the block underneath it. It's dead simple. And that opens that door. And when you get to that door where you're going to spawn a fight with a couple of the puppies, the Hellhound babies, and some Minotaurs. And the fight is only bullshit. I mean, speaking of bullshit, I pushed that under that fucking thing. Why did it shut? It must be an example or something to show you that it closes. But anyway, once you do go into that area where the chest is, you're going to spawn the fight I mentioned. And it can be a challenging fight. The only reason being is because the dogs are a fucking nuisance and the Minotaurs are rushing you. So you'll try and grab the dogs with circle, and you'll grab a Minotaur. And grabbing a Minotaur is like grabbing the arse of a 7-foot, psychopath. He's going to turn around and eat your teeth because you just fucking wouldn't. And the same applies here. So a good strategy I've got for this section is to come out of the room once you trigger the fight and let them come to you, and just try and stagger them as much as you can using the triangle, what the fuck am I about? Using the square, triangle. And I think the attack is called the Plume of Prometheus, because that's what it was called on too, and it's the exact same move as it's been on all God of Wars. But as you can see, I start off straight away by using the Rage of the Titans, and I get rid of this one. And I think after him I back up outside the room, I'm not too sure. No, it looks like I'm just going balls to the wall and fighting. But yeah, it is a good strategy what I mentioned, to go outside this room and lure them to you. It's just, I think I had a couple of runs where I died, so I was just like, fuck this, I'm going into psycho mode and I'm just going to kick some dicks. And that's pretty much what I do. It's a bit sloppy. As you can see, that dog grabbed me, and I hate it when the dogs grab you because it forces you to twist the analog. And any game that makes you bang your analog stick left and right, fuck it up for future notices, is a bad game in my eyes. I hated it in Resi 4, I hate it in this, I hate it in Dead Rising 2. All it does is damage pads. Why are developers trying to break our pads so that we pay more money to fucking Microsoft? Microsoft have got enough money. But at the end of that rant, and we're coming to the end of this video, so that's quite a nice segue there. So once again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please subscribe, please rate and comment. Please tell everybody that you've got some fucking crazy English dude talking to you on YouTube. And you guys take care now.